Croeso and welcome to Green Wales. This is episode 2 and we're joined by Chris. Hi mate, you okay?
Hello. Yeah, good to be with you.
No, my absolute pleasure. Obviously Natasha from Playing Against Sport recommended you last week, which is fantastic. And we're actually here. We're followed by the businesses around Wales who are achieving the Future Generations Act, hopefully making a prosperous Wales and achieving the goals, which is great. The channel, which is celebrating people, businesses and projects building a greener, fairer Wales. Every week we speak to organisations creating real solutions aligned to the Future Generations Act and the UN Sustainable Development Goals, helping Wales lead the way in sustainability and innovation. So we've met today's guest, Chris. So Chris, would you just give us a tiny background on Coalfield Flowers, please, before we get started in the questions?
Of course, yeah.
Thank you.
So we're a cut flower farm. We grow seasonal British flowers, changing throughout the year, depending what's growing. And we grow for businesses, we go for florists, we do wedding flowers, we grow bouquets for people. And as well as that, we are a social enterprise. We have a focus on mental health, and so we run groups and courses. We have volunteering. Our volunteers are out there currently in the wind and the rain, and we're snug in here. And we run courses with a focus on using flowers and growing things to help mental health. And then we also run workshops up here as well for Christmas wreaths we've done and lots of other things throughout the year, depending on what's seasonal.
And am I right in saying you have a background in the NHS as well, which also helps with that side of things?
So my wife and I, Katie, set this up. Katie has a background in the NHS in psychiatry. I've worked for mental health projects for years. And yeah, we started Coalfield Flower Farm because out of a joint passion for mental health and for seeing the benefits of growing on our mental health and on the people around us.
I think it's surprising, isn't it, what the green land and just doing things like digging can just help with your health. So
it's wonderful, yeah.
Great. So there we go. Little introduction. Let's kick off with a couple of questions. We're going to do 3 questions in here. We're going to change site and go somewhere more interesting again then, because this site's absolutely amazing. We're up on the side of the valleys. Literally, I'm looking outside right now and it's absolutely beautiful out there. So Chris, how does your work contribute to a more sustainable and prosperous Wales, and which Future Generations Act or SDG goal does it support?
So I think a lot of the Future Generations goals seem to overlap, but I think there's 4 which we meet particularly. One is a prosperous Wales. We believe really passionately in Welsh business and local businesses working in local communities, and I think I'll get to the sort of the global flower industry in a minute, but I think it was really sad that we've got so much. It's a beautiful country. The natural resources of Wales are fantastic, and it seems such a pity not to use them, not to utilise them, and for people in their own community to actually have things that are grown in their own community as part of their lives. I think we really promote a resilient Wales. We have a lot of people join us as part of the social enterprise and the volunteering who are at really difficult points in their lives. Sometimes they come out of work, then they've had to take some time out and they're really struggling to know how to rebuild their lives and what to do next. We have people we've had groups join us from through social services, parents who are struggling in their parenting for various reasons, and we're really privileged, I think, to play a small part in people's recovery. Most of the work they're doing themselves, but we're able to facilitate that. We, right from the start, wanted to create a safe space, somewhere that people can come. Like you said, we're up on the side of the hill, and people, to get here, you literally have to rise up a steep hill, away from all the problems and the stuff that you've left at the bottom. Like we have people who sometimes they come and they leave their phones in their car.
Nice.
Because they know it's there, but actually it's a long way to go and get it, and they can leave that behind, throw off everything for a couple of hours, and focus on just themselves and their well-being and what they can do to grow and recover. And it's really great to be a part of that. And linked to that, healthier Wales. We want healthy minds. We're all about mental well-being, but also physical well-being. Yeah. Being up here, doing things like just a little bit of exercise every day is good for you, and being outside is so much better than being in a gym. It works your mind as well as your.
I think you're actually achieving something as well. So you're not just lifting the weight, you're actually weeding the bed, you're planting something new, you're harvesting, you're pitting something new in the ground.
You're shoveling the compost. Like, you can be really tired after a session of pit. But then you feel like you've earned your cup of tea, you've earned your biscuit. And we've had people say that coming up here for a couple of hours, they're then in a better headspace better physically for the next couple of days. They're thinking more clearly, and that's really great.
And I think that's that transition to green skills and sustainability in general. Anybody who tries it is sort of converted very quickly because of the benefits, as you say, and a lot to your mental health. It's surprising how it clears your mind. So
it really is. And we always think when the weather's bad, people aren't going to come. Like today.
Well, I know.
It's not the best of days.
No, it's not the best today, but I think we've had 4 or 5 people come.
We have, yeah.
And that's amazing for volunteering and turnout as well. You think volunteering's on a downward spiral. You've been here for 3.5 years, that we're discussing, and you got 4 or 5 volunteers here. That's amazing, and that's,
Yeah. And come the summer, we'll have a few more. Not everyone wants to come in the rain. That's fine.
I don't know if I want to come in the summer. I get burnt. Have you seen my head? It's not much hair on there. That's amazing. Thank you, Chris. So, so the second question would be: what product, service, or solution do you offer, and how is it helping Welsh communities or businesses transition to net zero or circular thinking?
So, like I said, we grow cut flowers, and we're really passionate about British or Welsh grown flowers. We want people to be able to buy things that are from local to them, and the global flower industry, cut flower industry, has a horrendous carbon footprint.
Yeah,
it's presented as, oh, look at these lovely natural products that we've got, but the chemicals and the carbon that goes into producing them is huge. Virtually everything that we say that is sold in this country, about 86% comes from overseas, either from the Netherlands or from East Africa, South America.
Wow.
And I think it's too high a price to pay for what is essentially a luxury item.
Yeah.
So there was a BBC News article, I recommend reading it, a couple of years ago on flower farming in Kenya and the conditions people are working in, the toxic chemicals they're having to handle without any safety gear, the low pay, the poor working conditions, just so that we can get a nice straight red rose for Valentine's Day. I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's a way of showing someone that you love them.
Yeah, if they saw how it got there, I think they'd think again in buying it straight away.
That's it. And the cost of then refrigerating these plants, or they're treated with a lot of chemicals so that they last. You'll notice most of the roses you buy don't smell. That's because they've been treated with things. It means they'll last longer, but you lose one of the best bits about a rose.
So interesting.
The roses that we have, they won't last as long in the vase. They won't be dead straight. They'll be a bit wonky, but they'll smell beautiful.
I love that. I never thought of that. Someone gave me a little trick of how to make a flower last. Is put a pin through the middle of it, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
it lasts like 4 times longer. So you can do simple things like that. And this is like the stuff that's handed down over time. It's like we forget when you go to the shop. You go, I expect it to last 12 days. It's like actually you've got to. So you could have one of your roses that lasts maybe 4 days, but actually just putting a pin in it might make it last 8 days.
That's it.
It's just little techniques, as you say, because they're luxury items.
And it's also that I feel like in this country we're losing a lot of the things that we used to be able to do.
Yeah.
And in the 1950s, we grew all of our cut flowers, and we can do that again. The small scale British flower growing industry it's small, but it's growing.
Is it?
There's a few around here. There's one just down the road from where we live. One of our volunteers last year started volunteering with us and went and set up her own farm.
Amazing.
Which is absolutely wonderful. And
bigger network then as well.
Yeah, and it's because we're small. No one's in competition. It's all collaborative.
Yes.
And
I love that word, collaborative. Yeah. You know that from episode 1. Collaboration is everything.
Absolutely. And so in terms of the products, we want to sell these flowers. We want as many people to know how great British grown flowers are, either bought from us, or if there's a flower grower near you, go to them. Low flower miles, I think, is really important. And so we sell them to florists. We do weddings, regular subscriptions to members of the public. We do funeral flowers. The funeral flower industry has an awful carbon footprint. If you compare to everything else, it's the amount of Oasis floral foam which is used and then just chucked in the bin, non-biodegradable. Coffins that are non-biodegradable. There's a huge amount of work to do.
Do you use biodegradable foam, or like how?
No, we use moss on the whole, but there's other ways of doing it. There's different frames. You can do it in such a way that everything's going to rot down if you wanted it to.
And that's what you ideally want when you're saying goodbye to a loved one. You don't want to be putting microplastics into the environment and undermining the future generations.
Yeah, definitely. And it's really beautiful as well. I think we're used to getting very substandard, bog standard flowers from the supermarket.
Yeah.
and always the same brash colours, always the same few varieties. But there's a world of flowers out there that if you buy from a small scale flower farmer, you'll get varieties you've never heard of, never seen before, in all sorts of different colours and textures. And yeah, check that out.
And you know, when I'll move on to the third question now, but you know, peonies has only just come back around as a fashionable thing. And remember a few years ago, before peonies came back, I got my hand on a bouquet of peonies, and I was like, this is amazing. And they weren't being sold. Now they're being sold in the shop. Yeah. So now I've got 3 peonies plants in the garden. Yeah. Now this is the 3rd year I've had them, so this will be the 1st year I actually get peonies.
You've got to be patient.
You've got to be patient, but I think that's with everything. You know, it's that's that consumerism. It's I want it now, I want it here, but actually a bit of patience, and actually you'll get something far better. So question 3: what challenges have you faced as a Welsh business or project, and what support or collaboration would help accelerate your impact?
I think one of the trickiest things is getting our name out there.
Yeah.
Marketing is really hard when you're doing it you've got all the other things to do. And thanks. And social media is useful, and it's been really good for us, but there are limits to it.
Yeah.
And when the algorithms change seemingly for no reason or whatever it might be, and we don't have the reach sometimes, then it's really hard to know what to do next. Big businesses have huge marketing budgets. They've got teams of people who are specialised in doing that one thing. I'm not. I'm good at growing flowers. And then so it's working out how to do that, and things like this are wonderful. Being able to spread the word a bit more. And so often we have people who come up here or buy our flowers and saying, "Oh, we didn't know you were here."
Yeah.
And we're trying really hard to let you know, but there's a limit to what we can do when it's just
only
a couple
2 of
people.
you, and as you say, and this is where this is really important for Wales, because Wales is 95% SMEs, and you can pretty much say that the entire economy is SME. So everybody in Wales is struggling with the same sort of thing. Yeah. You know, you might have and normally somebody's got a product they're trying to do. That means most people are probably not that great at finance or marketing, the things that are really important to make them super prosperous. But that's why Green Wales exists, is to bring that awareness and to sort of hopefully do that storytelling job. Not for you, but with you as well. And then that helps sell the product and hopefully brings more volunteers, you know, to buy the stuff from this guy. And then just a really quick plug then, if someone wanted to buy something from you guys, how would they get in touch with you?
So we're on social media, Instagram and Facebook are good ways. We have a website, coalfieldflowerfarm.co.uk, which gives an overview of all our different products. You can get in contact with us through that.
Okay, brilliant. We're going to take a break. We're going to go into another venue and then come have a little look around for a tour for our website. So thanks for a second, Chris, and we'll see you in a minute.